Xbox is out here on social media teasing big things for their game showcase. What is up, everybody? This is Randall419, the man with the million, coming at you once again with another video. Hope everybody is well. Do me a huge favor, will you? Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. We're almost at 95K, and share this out. Love you all. And we need to talk about Xbox and their teases, because we are, 12 days away, something like that, to the Xbox Game Showcase. And Xbox is out here on social media teasing things, getting the fans hyped. And is that really a smart thing to do? Because we saw what the PlayStation fans went through. They hyped themselves up for months on end about a showcase that was coming, about a showcase that they were going to have after 2 years of nothing. And they expected everything, every game that PlayStation was going to show was going to be there. They set their expectations to the moon. They didn't temper them, and it really bit them in the ass, as most fans didn't really enjoy that showcase. And, well, we have Xbox now, going second after PlayStation with an easy layup to actually gain some mind share back regarding this whole showcase season. Who had the better E3 presentation? You know, all those things in the past that used to matter, when Microsoft would go on Sunday and Sony would go literally the day after, and then the headlines would be, who won E3? Well, you're in a little similar situation here, and all eyes are on Xbox because Microsoft has a lot to prove. They have a lot of games that they haven't talked about in 3 years. They have a ton of studios that we know are working on projects that they haven't announced yet. I really do think, after the lackluster PlayStation showcase, that a lot of people just want to tune into the Xbox One and be pleasantly surprised and excited about the games they have to show. People want to see gameplay. People want to see release dates. People want to see Xbox kill it. But everybody's kind of holding back their expectations, because you never know in this day and age with game development. However, if you go on social media as of late, a lot of Xbox executives or people that work there from the marketing and PR teams, it seems that they are very excited about the show. In fact, once the PlayStation showcase ended, a lot of Xbox employees were like, hey, see you on June 11th. Eyes emoji. So we were thinking to ourselves, oh man, Xbox has to have a big show. They clearly are going to have a better show than PlayStation, right? Well then, yesterday, Xbox put out a tweet that made Fable trend worldwide and has now gotten fans' expectations through the roof. And it's something they better be able to deliver on. So check out this tweet. Now, some people, when they saw this tweet, just said it's your usual hype video for the showcase, that the Xbox social managers are just trying to drum up anticipation for it. But it's kind of taken on a life of its own. And immediately, when I saw this tweet, my first thought was, holy crap, they are teasing Fable. And it's about everything in the presentation, but mostly, it's about that music. It really has a Fable vibe to it. It's whimsical, fantastical, all the different adjectives you could use to describe Fable's soundtrack. And indeed, if you go on YouTube and you type in Fable Bowerstone, the music from those original games, they sound eerily similar to the music played in this. And then, of course, you have the glitter. Shout out to whoever laid glitter at their house for the cleanup. That's gonna be a huge job, right? It seemed like it was a trail being led to the PC where they said, hey, seems important. Now, if you do recall in the previous Fable games, your quest marker that would lead you to the next objective was kind of a golden line that sort of glittered to your next objective. So my first thought was, man, they're nailing the Fable music. You have the quest marker in glitter leading to the computer, and I mean, What was the very first trailer Xbox showed of Fable? It was the fairy, and we all know about fairy dust. Could it have been the fairy that sprinkled the glitter as it went to the PC? I know we're getting into speculation town, but trust me, I'm not the only one that thought this was strictly about Fable, because we do have some things to discuss. Is Fable in a place where it could actually show up? Are people blowing this way out of proportions? And if they are, should Xbox reel people's expectations back? Now, if it's truly not Fable, then Xbox has a big problem on their hands. Because I went to Google and I typed in Fable tease just to see how many articles were written about this, and I recorded my results just looking at all the different articles. Even Sports Illustrated, of all places, wrote about how Fable is teased for the Xbox Game Showcase. Now, what do I think? I do think Fable is actually going to be at this showcase. I've thought that for a while. It's why I've talked about it on the Xbox 2 podcast for months now. When people ask about games that could be at the show, I always said I thought some of the games announced from 2020 would actually show up, that we wouldn't have to wait 4 years to see it again. And Fable was one of those games that topped my mind. So I do believe this is a tease for Fable. I do believe that Fable is going to be at the show. Maybe it could open the show. How crazy would that be for a game that a lot of people didn't think was going to be there, and for a game that I don't expect to launch until 2025? How crazy would it be if Microsoft just opened up the game showcase with an in-engine gameplay, what have you, definitely not CGI, of Playground's Fable, basically surprising and shocking everyone by starting off the showcase that way? It would be incredible if they did, but of course, we don't know how Xbox is gonna play this. Maybe they looked at that awful PlayStation showcase and are like, hey, we can pull something out, save it for the Keeleys at the end of the year, and they pull Fable. But if it's not Fable, like I said, well, Xbox is going to have a lot of disappointed fans, because everybody on Twitter thinks it's Fable. Clearly, all the different media sites and people on YouTube think it's Fable, so everybody's expecting Fable now. It would be one of the biggest self-inflicted L's of showcase history if Xbox teased this and actually was not planning to showcase Fable, because everybody's going to be disappointed, so it better be there. Of course, there's some other possibilities. There could be a Fable collection. Phil Spencer, when he was interviewed by Kinda Funny, Paris asked him about, hey, are we going to see updates on all these games from 2020? And he mentioned Fable, and Phil basically said, yes, we are, but he also mentioned a collection of games. Now, there's been a lot of speculation on what it meant. Could just mean a bunch of games coming to the Xbox store at the end of the year like always. But other people have said, you know what, maybe he's talking about a Gears collection. Well, what about a Fable collection? What if what Xbox is teasing isn't Fable from Playground Games, but a collection of Fable titles remastered or remade in Unreal Engine 5, what have you, and that's what is announced. Would you want to replay Fable 1, 2, or 3 completely remastered? You do have to keep that in mind. And for all you eagle-eyed viewers out there who noticed that there was a link in the tweet that Xbox put out with that Fable tease, if you hit that link, you go to xbox.com, where it talks about the showcase, and we have this section here that says the Xbox Game Showcase is your look at the new games from Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, leading creators, and partners from around the globe coming to Xbox, Xbox Game Pass, and PC Game Pass. Immediately following the showcase, stay tuned for Starfield Direct and join Bethesda Game Studios for a deeper look into their first new universe in 25 years. Now, the thing that popped out to me isn't like, hey, we got new games from Xbox Game Studios, or how they're all gonna be on Game Pass and stuff. It's the mention of Bethesda, because I always speculated that they're calling this the Xbox Game Showcase. Previous years was Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. Is Bethesda actually going to be there? And this is sort of the first time we've seen on official Xbox, whatever you want to call it, it's their own website, saying that you'll get a look at new games from Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda. So it seems like Bethesda potentially is going to be there. So are we going to be seeing Indiana Jones? Or id Software's new title? Or ZeniMax Online? I don't know. But that gets me incredibly excited. Now, as for the question about whether or not Fable could actually be there, we know that Matt Booty talked about it last year, how he wanted to showcase the game. So speaking at PAX West 2022, Booty said that Playground is doing so many cool things with the next generation Fable game that he asked them to share it every time he sees it. Quote, "Part of my job is giving air cover to the team. They don't want to show stuff early before it's ready to go. But if there's one game where that's kind of flipped around, where every time I see something I say, we should show this, it's Fable, because there's a lot of cool stuff." That being said, quote, "The team has made it very clear that I am not going to be able to show anything until it's ready." Booty gave a brief update on its development, however, commenting that Playground is bringing the same, quote, "craft and dedication that they brought to Forza Horizon." Booty also admitted that giving Fable to a developer best known for its racing games was, quote, "a bit of a head scratcher, but Playground has, quote, proven that they get it." So just last year, Matt Booty has been itching to show off Fable. The team said, "We're not going to show it off because we're not comfortable yet." Well, are we at the point now where Playground Games is comfortable showcasing the game? There are some LinkedIn updates that Fable was being flighted to certain stakeholders, showing off probably what the gameplay would be like. Maybe it's reached a state where they feel comfortable showcasing it to the world, right? Because we only got a 1-minute CGI trailer, and I don't think you can show up again for the second time with Fable and do a CGI trailer again. People would not be happy. So this time it would have to be some sort of in-game cinematic, in-game engine work, but I think most people would really appreciate a short snippet of gameplay of what the game would actually look like. I doubt we get a release date because I feel the game is coming in 2025, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it could come at the end of 2024. But all I really know is that Xbox has set the bar really high by teasing something that seems to be Fable related. And if it's not, well, they better be prepared for a backlash because all the fans and all the media websites are expecting Fable now. So they better bring it for the showcase. And I think they will. I think Fable will be there. I think it could open the show. Maybe it closes the show. I don't really know. But I think it's there. And I personally can't wait to see what this reboot of Fable is all about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below if you really do think this is a Fable tease or something else. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new. Share this out on social media. And make sure you check the description for the Xbox 2 Patreon. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.